Roberts, but before I get into talking about Tropical Storm Maria today, I do want to mention our 7.1 magnitude earthquake off the southeastern coastline of Kyushu on our Thursday afternoon. Absolutely massive quake. Several injuries were reported. You're also seeing some pretty decent damage here. But what's been making a lot of the headlines, it's this from the Japan Meteorological Agency. They issued a mega quake advisory. Now, what does that mean? Well, first, what doesn't mean? It doesn't mean a massive earthquake's gonna be taken in the next few seconds. That's what I've seen a few people thinking kind of what it means. Now, simply put, something even when I worked at NHK well over about a decade ago, is we were talking about the Nunkai Trough. That's his big trough off of the coastline of Shikoku back towards the Kii Peninsula and even back into Tokyo. It's been the cause of massive earthquakes in the past, and they said that, this recent earthquake is just a clear indication that this chance of a large 8 to 9 magnitude is going to be possible in the future, maybe upwards of the next 20 to 30 years. But they also stated that it could be a pre-quake in their press conference, meaning like what we saw ahead of the March 11th earthquake, several 7.0s before that 9.1 took place back in 2011. So the point is, it means a few things, but one, just always be ready for earthquakes, which Japan is one of the most prepared countries in the world for that. So I want to keep posting you and keep you updated if anything changes. What we do have is Tropical Storm Maria, which thankfully Maria is not hitting these areas, recovering from that large earthquake. It is, though, expected now to move on shore into the Hokkaido region and parts of Hokkaido. Currently a severe tropical storm. Watch as it moves towards the north and east. This is going to go STS, meaning severe tropical storm, as it kind of kicks off here just passing the Ogasawara Islands and starting to head off towards, possibly landfall in Tohoku. Water vapor imagery also indicating, not only that center of circulation intensifying just a bit, but also our river of moisture, which could spawn multiple other areas of low pressure, a parade of storms, if you will. There's one, another could develop right in here, and another just off the coastline of the Philippines, all enhancing that habaga, or that monsoonal flow for northwestern Luzon. Now, of course, here's Maria moving off here, not quite getting the typhoon intensity, maybe right in there actually. It could become a typhoon just off the coastline of Tohoku before coming on shore. I wouldn't rule it out, but I think one of the main impacts here, of course, the wind being on the coastal areas, but the heavy rainfall in the northern Japanese Alps here as it kicks off, and even the places that typically don't get tropical systems. I'm talking about you out here towards Sendai, military friends in places like Misawa. You're going to be looking at some nasty weather. It wraps around from the north. Not too indifferent, though, from the strong to severe winter storms this part of the world does sometimes see this during the winter months. As that pushes on by, though, of course, we're watching for these secondary lows. As I mentioned, a parade of storms running along this monsoonal trough. Here's the next one right there, passing over the Ogasawara Islands. You get another one developing there. Another one here by Tuesday and the Wednesday, developing out towards the Philippines. And boy, I mentioned here about a week ago, this is not a very common setup. The flow is going to be from southwest to northeast if we start seeing lows. And it looks like that is what's happening. This parade of storm systems all taking aim at Japan. So this next one could drift into southwestern Japan and maybe even retrograde, potentially, over towards Okinawa. So, boy, there's a lot to talk about here. From that river of moisture, the potential for more storms, and of course, the first one, which would be Maria off here towards the north. You get the second one, another one behind that. I want to show you the SpaghettiOs, kind of show you what I'm talking about. So you have your initial storm coming on shore into Tohoku. Let's wait for this to loop back around. Here we go, right there. But then it shows another low trying to develop and kind of drifting back here towards. You get a couple other ones along this monsoonal trough drifting out here. I think the models are just plain and simply having a hard time ingesting this monsoonal trough and how it's kind of interacting with the atmosphere out here. The point is, I think, over Japan and really into the Philippines, we want to continue to watch this. One, for new developing storm systems that could come up here and impact the parts of Honshu over towards Shikoku and Kyushu, maybe even Okinawa as well, but also that flow, the enhanced monsoonal moisture for northwestern Luzon. So a parade of storms, indeed, setting up here across the Western Pacific. This is another good graphic showing you what I'm talking about. Big wave maker for Hokkaido and northeastern Honshu. My goodness, it's going to be massive waves. Also, across the Ogasawara Islands, places like Iwo Jima, you're looking at some large swells here. And then, of course, that flow coming in from the southwest and the Philippines. West coast of Luzon. We're talking about Region 1, San Fernando, Candon, Ilocos Norte. Looking at the heavier precip, maybe about 100 to 150 millimeters over the course of the next few days. Still possible of showers in parts of Mindanao. Tacloban at 31 degrees there for you, but if we scoot this towards the north, see the rain being indicated a little bit stronger here on Saturday for maybe like Subic Bay, Baguio. Might get a break in some spots here, but as that front slowly lifts towards the north, those showers, even in the Ilocos Norte, are also going to be picking up. Manila, though, on and off showers, the next few days, as that semi-enhanced monsoon, not like what we saw last week, but still the potential of that monsoonal inflow continuing to take place. Here's a look at Cebu's forecast, 33 degrees there for the high, 33 to 32, with those on and off showers, especially Sunday over towards Monday and also into Tuesday. Once again, that monsoonal enhanced flow just continuing to dominate the forecast. All right, so I'm going to keep you posted on this storm system, that flow, the secondary storms that could be developing in its wake. There is so, look at that. Oh my goodness, so much to talk about out here in the Western Pacific. So if you like these updates and you want to help out the channel, please let me know, and check out the comment section down below. And also, if you want to really help out the channel, check out our Patreon. Link is down below as well. As always, thanks for watching, and one thing, of course, is stay safe out there.